It was a blessed day for the blessed men of Eko Club. With their calculated footsteps and charismatic strides on the canvas, the serene scene of the seat of Eko Club spinned with saturating splendor that sipped from members' liveliness on Thursday. From the hues of smoking orange and white ornament to the usual snowy attire that harmonized the magnetic appeal of the atmosphere, the arcade hall perfectly explained the dynamism of dignity that dotted the club as a distinguished platform where theory becomes reality. For these men of repute that fly the flag of Eko Club, August 9 is always a date to bring the business of Lagos to the front banner with a robust and intellectual discourse that captures the dreams of its forefathers and suggests veritable ways of injecting life to the dreams. It was the second edition of Blessings Day in commemoration with the International Day for the World Indigenous People, tagged Entrepreneurship, an offshoot of the previous edition entitled Economy. The event was a convergence of erudite scholars, business magnates, past and present government officials, royal icons, and society movers. Represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Tunji Bello, the Lagos State Governor, Akiwumi Ambode, profoundly commended the leadership of the Eko Club with the noble initiatives that aimed at strengthening the vision of the government.
This one club continues to promote the interests of negotiators, true negotiators, and it deserves all the support. Members deserve all the support. And that is why Lagos State government will continue to support this wonderful club.
In his keynote address, the president of the club, Chief Tunde Fanimokun, submitted that entrepreneurship, which is the theme for the 2018 edition, is the pillar for prosperity in the sustainable development drive for Lagos State.
For this year, we are taking the entrepreneurship. We believe the pillar for the prosperity of Lagos. We believe very for promoting the interests of the city, and we are using this opportunity to plan the program of Lagos that about 6 out of the 40 items are already receiving favorable and encouraging attention.
His address, however, paved way for the resource person, Professor Shukwu Akewudola, an associate professor on strategic management. Akewudola, in his intellectual capacity, thoroughly butchered the topic by citing notable and successful businessmen as a case study.
For you to be a successful entrepreneur, you must ensure that you know all of the little things and little things about all things. And that is what the guy assisted Chief Capital. He was able to go into a lot of other fields: fishing, farming, cement, and a lot of other businesses, because for you to tap on the knowledge of other people, because you already have a clear picture, you already have a shared knowledge of all of those fields, and that is what actually assisted me a lot.
The lecture attracted litany of contributions by some of the eminent personalities at the event, among who was Alhaja Sinatu Ojikutu, First and former Deputy Governor of Lagos, Chief Mrs. Teju Phillips, and others.
This club, this indigenous club, the founding fathers, those who have gone to rest, the ones that are still around, the EXCO, the young upcoming, we must all continue the very, very impressive work that we are doing for Lagos State to keep the flag of our culture and what Lagos in terms of indigenous should be.
couldn't have been otherwise. The Eko Club has never been found wanting in the intellectual corridor. As a society, peopled with cerebral pundits, stoking the fire of academic discourse that will actuate a better society can never be unexpected. In its maiden edition of Blessings Day, where Lagos economy was raised as the theme of the program, a respected legal scholar and former Lagos Attorney General, Shupo Shashori, was on hand to surgically string the pieces of the topic together to reflect the Lagos economy of the past in relation to the present in order to put the future in its proper perspective. The 2018 edition was thus a springboard of the previous edition with a view to streamlining the focus and activities of the Lagos State government to the betterment of Lagosians and the center of excellence. All this we are attested to as the exhibition stand where the past and present glory of Lagos, as well as the factors that distinguished it from other states, were exhibited for all to see. But of course, the event wasn't all talk and talk alone. It was also an avenue by members of the club and their guests to wine, dine, and unwind with one another in celebrating their annual Blessings Day. Notwithstanding the palpable happiness that was boldly written on the faces of members, the president, Chief Tunde Fanimoku, was the happiest. A seasoned administrator with a knack for excellence, Fanimoku has obviously taken the club to the limelight with serial noble ideas and logical initiatives that has set Eko Club as a benchmark for other clubs in Lagos. Red Carpet TV spoke to the president, members, and some of the guests.
What we did last year was to pick this one, and we treated Lagos economy, and we told Lagos the areas of improvement, and they are happy about it. This year we are treating entrepreneurship. Next year we take another topic, and in future we can go back to economy. But that is what we are doing. Government will pick from what we are saying. It will do more for the economy, it will do more for entrepreneurship, and it will take into consideration the interests of the indigenous.
This is the second edition taking place, and you can see a lot of improvement, the impact on the citizen of this Lagos. You can see the former deputy governor of states making comments positively on the act of this as the second edition, and from there you can realize that a lot has actually gone with the advertisement, the publication, the awareness for members of Lagos to be aware that Lagos is a source of entrepreneurship. And when you look at entrepreneurship in its own, that's why you have that as the theme of the program.
Entrepreneurship is what Lagos is known for. You know, there is nobody that comes to Lagos that does not succeed. And how to do that, you know, a bit of it was highlighted today through the highlighting of the life of one of the Lagosians who succeeded. That is Wapola Wiyo. And there are many others unsung successes of Lagos indigenes. So I think next year they're going to showcase many more of them.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we congratulate Eko Club on the second edition of its annual Blessings Day.